Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to discuss about implementation approach for array. Here, we are going to implement array operations like accessing element from the array and adding new element to the array and deleting the element from array and search particular element from the array. Let's start with accessing the element from array. This is main method of the program. Program execution will start from here. Here we have declared one array with 6 elements, and if you see here, this array type is int, means we are going to store integer values into this array, which is 1, 5, 2, 8, 7 and 3. We can access the elements from the array using index positions. Always remember that array index starts from 0. In this case, element 1 will be in index position 0, and 5 will be in index position 1, and 2 will be in index position 2. Similarly, 8 will be in index 3, and 7 and 3 will be in index position 4 and 5. So, to access the element, we have to use these index positions of the elements. Say for example, to access this 8 from this array, we have to access it like array of 3. Like this, if we want to access this 5, we have to access it by using its index position 1. So we have to access it like array of 1. So this is how we have to access the element from the array. Let's go to the add operation. If we like to add new element at the last position of the array, we can directly add it in the last position. It's best case. But this is not the case for all the time, right? We might need to add new element in middle of the array. Let's take this same array we have used in this program. I will write index positions for these elements as well. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so for example, we would like to add new element 15 in this position, means index position 4. But if you see here, in index position 4 already we have this element 7. So now we have to take right after this index position 4. We have to take all the elements and shift all the elements to one position right. Ensure that we are going to shift the elements right after this index position 4. Index position 0 to 3 will be remain same. In this case, we have to shift these two elements to one position right. Once we move these two elements to one position right, we will not have any values in index position 4, right? Now it's free space. Now we can insert this 15 into this index position 4. This is how we should implement add logic to the array. Let's go back to the code. I have created add elements method to add new element into the array. I just created object for this class and calling the add element method by using this class object. It's just Java language feature to call a method in one class. So don't confuse with this. Anyway, this is not in our course scope as well. For now, you just understand that we have to create object for the class to call any method within that class. So we are just creating the class and calling the add element method. If you see here, this add element method will accept 3 parameters. First parameter is our array, because in this array only we are going to insert new elements. And second parameter is position. This is the index position where we are going to insert our new elements. And the third parameter is actual element, which is we wanted to insert into this array and in this position. Okay, now I'm going to inside this method. The very first thing is we have to create new array with existing array size plus 1. Because if you see here, when we declare this array, we are not assigning any size to this array. While array creation time itself, we are storing the values within this array. So array will be created based on the values we have given to this array. If you want to add new element to this array, we have to extend the size of array. This is called dynamic array. When all space is consumed and an additional element is to be added to the array, the underlying fixed size array needs to be increased in size. But remember that typically the resizing is expensive because you have to allocate a bigger array and copy over all of the elements from the array you have overgrown before we can finally append our new item. But here we are not doubling the size. Instead, we are just creating the array with extra one space. Okay, fine. Now we are ready with new array, and the next thing is we have to copy all the elements from the old array to new array, including this new value. Let's do that. Here our target position is index 4 and value is 15, which is we wanted to insert into this index position 4. So we are calling this add element method by passing our array and position to insert the elements and actual element value. Since index position is 4, we can keep index 0 to 3 remain same. So copy the elements from index 0 to 3 from old array to new array without changing anything. In this for loop, we are starting the iteration from index 0 to less than position, means index 3. So this loop will iterate from index position 0 to 3. Each and every iteration, we are copying the values from old array to new array. So after completing this for loop, our new array will contain these 4 values from the index position 0 to index position 3. And next element is our actual value. So the next step is directly assign this value into this index position 4. Now we are done with index position 0 to index 4. And finally, copy remaining things right after this position. That's it. So this for loop, we have to start the iteration from position plus 1. Why? Because we are already done with from position 0 to position 4. So we are starting this loop iteration from position 4 plus 1, which is 5 to new array size, which is index 6. Let's take first iteration. For the first iteration, I value will be 5. So the index position 5 is equal to array of I minus 1, which is old array 5th position minus 1, means array of 4. In the old array, array of 4 will be 7. Similarly, in the next iteration, index 6 of our new array will be array of 5, which is 3. That's it. We have completed our add operation. In the main method, I just created one array with values, and next I am calling the add method to insert these values into this array and in this position. After adding the elements, I just print the array elements. Here we are adding our new element 15 into index position 4. So our expected result will be 1, 5, 2, 8, after that 15, then 7 and 3. Let's run this program. See here, this is what we expected, right? 1, 5, 2, 8, 15, 7 and 3. Okay, let's move on next operation. Before we move into the delete operation, I wanted to complete search operation, because during the delete operation, before we delete the element, we have to check whether the element we are looking for to delete, which is there or not in the array. For this, we need search operation. So now we will see search. Here I am just calling the search method by passing array and the element we are looking for. Here we have to pass the element we wanted to search within this array. I am navigating to this search method. First we are declaring the variable called location. Initially this value will be -1, and here we are iterating our array from index 0 to till end of the array. If somewhere we found the element which is we are looking for, we just assign that index position for that element to location variable and exit from the loop. Finally we are returning location of the element. Basically this search method returns index position for the value which is we are looking for. If value is not found, we are just returning -1. -1 means no data found with that value in this array. See here, we are passing the actual array and value 8 to this search method, means we wanted to search element 8 from this array. Finally we just print the return value from this method, means index position of this element. Let's run this program. See here, we got 3. So this 8 will be present in index position 3. If we pass value which is not available in this array, we will get -1. Let's change this value to 100. Let's run this code now. It's -1. Clear? Okay. Now we will move to next operation, which is delete. Delete is also similar to add operation. If you want to delete last element from the array, it's simple. We can directly delete it, but it's best case. Then what about worst case? Delete the element from middle of the array. Let's take the same array which is we have used earlier. Let us take this 7. We will delete this 7 from this array. Means basically we have to shift this next index position to this position. Means one position left if we pass 7 to this delete method. Okay, let's do that. So going back to the code, we are calling this delete method by passing our array and the element which is we wanted to delete from array. The first thing is we have to find the index position of the element. So for that we are just calling the search method we have implemented earlier. As we discussed earlier, this method will return index position of the element which is we are looking for. If the element not found, it will return -1. Let's take that. We are calling this delete method by passing this array and value 7. This search method will return index of this value 7 in this array. So it will return index 5 because 7 available in index position 5, right? So next we have to take these elements, means right after this element, and shift one position left. This for loop will do the shifting by one position left. If you see here, iteration starts from location plus 1 till end of the array. Inside this loop, for the every iteration, we are assigning next position to current position. This means one position left. And finally, I am copying this array into new array and returning that array. So whatever the array it's returning, that will not have this element 7. If you see here, after deleting, I am just printing all the elements in this array. Let's run this program. See here, this 7 will be deleted from this array. So this is how we have to implement array operations. See you guys on the next video.